Welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name is Sipsky, your host. I have this preformed plastic pond that I was using, so I decided to make it into a raised flower garden. So to start out with, you can see I flipped it upside down and I started cutting the edges, as you see I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna cut the rims and open it up so that I can put the sand and uh, rocks and then the dark earth soil inside that container, that preformed pond. So you want to cut that first, cut the rim around it first. So I'm using a um, rotor blade and just cutting around that, okay? And then I'm gonna rip it out. So you'll see later on. But yeah, it's pretty fun actually. Okay, and the next thing I did was just rip it out. So there we go. Okay, once you cut it out, you want to rip that out. The next thing I did was to cut the top. Okay, so around the edges using the rotary blade again, and then I'm gonna rip off the top as well. Okay, I noticed that the top was harder because it was bigger, but eventually I got to it. Just notice the rainwater there, a lot of rainwater. Gotta be careful not to soak myself. So pulling it out, using lower blade to get it out. Okay, so now as trying my best to pull it out, it's really hard. Whoa, look at the mud and the rainwater, yuck. So once you open up the preformed pond, you're now ready to pour in the soil. Now make sure to pour in the sand first, then the rock, and then these dark earth soil. Okay. Now the problem with this earth soil is that over time, like within 6 months or a year, as the seasons cycled, it's the rainwater will actually drive down the topsoil, the earth dark earth soil. Okay, and then you have to fill it up again. So you have to do that for a couple years, and then eventually it will stabilize and the soil will remain the same. But I think you still have to add a few bags every year to keep it up. Okay. The reason is because when there's rainwater, it might seep through. But if you have a pretty tight seal, like sand and rock underneath, then you put this earth soil, it should be all right. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm filling it up. Let's have a look what it looked like. Okay, there it is beside my fire pit, and right in front of it is a water pond. So you can see I put some flower, orange flower, white flower on it, and hopefully the flower will grow and bloom really well. Thanks for watching. EducateTube.com.